Now onto big stories. Now, from seizing of excavators to burning and imprisonment, from calls to repeal LI 2462 to implementation of the state of emergency, government is set to hold an engagement with the CSOs come Friday on illegal mining Albatross. This morning, we engaged the Minerals Commission on what more they can do beyond the licensing regime in a fight that seems to have no end in sight. And joining me this morning is Ernest Anyimah, Deputy CEO, Minerals Commission. He prefers to be called Elembele KK, of course, because that's how people know him. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. So this government has constantly described the mining sector as a lifeline of millions of Ghanaians. The fight so far, from where you sit at the Minerals Commission, the fight so far against illegal mining, before we even go into the mining sector proper, the fight against it, how is it coming up for you?
MFR, good morning to you, to your viewers, to everyone, to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, President Mahama, to our Minister, Honorable Imano Makofibwa, and to the good people of Elembele. MFR, sometimes when we talk about the fight against illegal mining, we should look back and see what has happened previously. And you know that this is a government that we've been in power for basically 8 months. So let's look at the past 8 years, what has happened. So we can't just throw it under the bus and say we are not able to fight the illegal mining. Under the last government, President Akufo-Addo's government, illegal mining became free for all basically in 2024. You know, at a point they stopped the fight. Those who are trying to fight the Galamsey, they were fighting them back. They were prosecuting people. They were jailing people. You remember the HAB guys and all those things. So they were not interested in the fight against illegal mining. So it became very disturbing and alarming. Ghanaians gave opportunity to His Excellency the President to bring back our water and to bring back our environment. If you look at the past 8 months, if you look at the initiatives we put in place, the aggressiveness of our minister to make sure that we stop the bleeding, you realize that the political will and the commitment to fight this illegal mining we have never seen before in our history, especially looking at the time frame. This is basically 8 months of a government, and look at the initiatives we've put in place to stop this bleeding. Then it means this government needs to be recommended for the fight, and we should all support the government.
Let's actually even situate this conversation a lot better and reiterate the core mandate of the Minerals Commission. If a person just got up today and they wanted to know exactly the role of the Minerals Commission per the Act, what's your core mandate?
Okay. Minerals Commission, basically, we are the regulator of the mining industry in Ghana. And MFA, mining is our DNA in Ghana. Mining is our DNA in Ghana. And if we decide to stop mining today, this country is going to die. This country is going to be on its knees. And we can trace it back from history, why the British guys called this country Gold Coast. And if I'm not mistaken, MFR, once we hit you are using what, iPhone? You try to hit your iPhone on the ground here, you'll be surprised that you see gold.
I should then.
Yes, you'll be surprised. I mean, viewers can try it in their homes. Just do some prospecting in wherever you are, and you realize that you can find some deposit of gold in your homes. What I'm trying to say is that everywhere you pass in Ghana, we have gold. So we were not called Gold Coast for nothing. We were called Gold Coast because we are blessed with natural resources. Remember, we have 16 regions in Ghana, and out of the 16, 13 regions mine gold in Ghana, and basically not gold. I mean, Minerals Commission, we don't look at only gold. We also look at, we regulate the industrial mineral sector, what we also call the developmental minerals, these are the minerals that we regulate. So you can have minerals like manganese in Ghana. You can have minerals like salt. You can have minerals like clay. You can sand, quarry, limestone, diamond, Festa, lithium recently. That's what we call the batteries minerals. So these are minerals that Minerals Commission we regulate in Ghana. And basically we don't give. This is the trick. I mean, we've been befelt with. Everybody is saying that illegal mining, but Minerals Commission, we don't issue licenses that are illegal. We issue licenses that we mandate people to go and mine within a geofencing area. So assuming this is the studio, this is your area you want to mine. When it comes to Minerals Commission, we will give this area, register this area, give you permits to mine within this studio. Once you go outside the boundaries of this studio, what you are doing is illegal.
In the last 8 months, have you issued any form of licenses at all, from prospecting to concession, any type of the licenses at all?
As far as I know, this government, under this minister, we've not issued any license. The magic we have done is basically to revoke licenses that were not given or that were given without using the proper procedures. We have also initiated the process of revoking the LI that the previous governments passed those LI to mandate people, give people authority to enter into our forest. And MFA, we don't do small-scale mining in forest. We do large-scale mining. I mean, let me educate your viewers. When you come to the mining sector, we have 2 types of mining. We have the small scale and we have the large scale. So it's basically you go to the market where we trade, you have the ShopRite, you have the small people on their table doing some small trading on their table. We have people in the container. So these are type of trading. So when you come to the mining sector, we have the large scale and the small scale. The large scale is those guys who go into mining, that's you spend so much millions of dollars. So if you see Newmont coming to Ghana, and MFA, Newmont is one of the biggest mining company in the whole world, an American company. For American to come to Ghana and invest over $1 billion in Ghana, then it tells you that we have good resources here. We have Sinjin mining here. It's another big mining company. We have Goldfields, Anglo Gold. These are all large-scale mining companies. But the gold is for Ghana and is vested in the president. And we are citizens of Ghana. So I come from Elembele and I want to mine. I should be given the right to also mine. I should be given the opportunity to mine. So Minerals Commission said, then let's divide the mining into 2 and also do the small scale. So with the small scale, you need only 25 acres. That's 12 blocks to mine small scale. You don't need so much money. Minerals Commission, we've tried to block out areas for small scale miners. So we are doing so many things. And let me try to interest you to know that under this government, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, that's my Minister, Honorable Emmanuel Makofibua, partnership with the CEO of Gov't, has secured money to help Minerals Commission to do what we call prospecting or exploration.
Yourself?
Yeah, Minerals Commission will be doing
by
it.
itself will be prospecting.
We will be prospecting.
Would you still be issuing prospecting licenses to?
Basically, the prospecting is for the small scale miners. When you are going into small scale, you don't need a prospecting license. Okay. It's the large scale that you need what we call, before you do you come into mining, you need the recognizance license. That is basically you go to this field. It's like you just go and do visual inspection. Then after some few months and you assess the topography of the area, then you come for what we call the prospecting license. The prospecting license gives you the opportunity to do the auger drill. Then after the auger drill, you do your trenching. Then after your trenching, you do your drilling. Then the drilling will direct you as to how much resources is beneath the surface of the earth. That is the gold. So once you estimate your resources and you realize that you have over 10 million ounces of gold down there, then everybody, it means there is a party. So
if I understand, the commission itself will then now be prospecting. Is this what this is?
Yes, because MFA, when you walk to Minerals Commission and you want to mine, I don't think you have the capacity to invest over $500 million into prospecting. You don't have that capacity. Okay. But you are a citizen of Ghana. You need to mine. The gold is for you. It's for all of us. It's for everyone. So basically what we have done is that we have blocked out area, and Gold Board needs the gold as well. And the gold must be traceable from the source to where the to Gold Board. So it means Gold Board must also invest in the fight against illegal mining. They've secured money. They are coming to give to Minerals Commission to do exploration, and with the help of Ghana Geological Survey, we are going to do those exploration. Once we do those exploration or we do those prospecting, then it means that when you come to Minerals Commission, there is a data sitting down.
You can just point that.
Yes, exactly. That this is where you are going to mine. In that vein, Ghanaians will not be interested in mining in the water bodies. Okay,
so with all of these new reforms, which we're going to be going into the reforms, you have to, the Minerals Commissions Act as it is, I see that you're introducing some reforms into this. This will be included, or this has already started?
Yeah, we are trying to review the new Mining Act, Act 703. Yeah. The Mining Policy Act 2014, we want to review it. As part of the review, which we are almost done with it, we are waiting for Parliament to convey. And once Parliament convey, we'll send the minister will send the bill to Parliament for that bill to be reviewed. And once it's reviewed, there are so many things. We've engaged so many stakeholders, from Asante Hene to mention anyone in Ghana. I mean, we've engaged the media, yourself, everyone, because we need to make sure that we benefit from the mining, that with the gold that is mined in Ghana. So we want to introduce what we call also the medium scale. You know, we have the large scale. We should have a medium scale, and we should have small scale, okay, so that we scale it up, and the capacity that you have in terms of mining. I mean, the Act is very holistic, and Ghana is going to benefit from
this
it because
new
of the
introduction, medium scale. So after you have done the exploration, both the small scale and the medium scale can now come to you, or it will just be exclusively for the small scale miners?
Basically for the small scale miners, because a medium scale, it means that you have the capacity to do some prospecting. But the small scale is basically for my people in Lembele, who they live in Nkrofo, Anya, Saloma, and those environs. And Adamos is the large-scale mining concessionaire. So Adamos has acquired most of the mining concessions in Elembele. So when you come to my community, the people want a place to mine because they were born there. They need to find something to do. So what the minister has done is that he has been able to lobby some of the large-scale mining companies like Adamos to cede some of their concessions for the community. And that is why we introduced what we call the Responsible Cooperative Mining Scheme Skills Development. Oh, it's going well. I want to thank my brother, Engineer Pedro Asare. He has been touring the country trying to engage the large-scale miners so that we can get some concessions for our people, so we can kickstart the cooperative mining, because it's one of the initiatives that when we start, it will eliminate people from going into the river bodies. Because, I mean, MFA, when we were young, we used to drink water from ordinary pipe. We used to drink water from the ordinary street. But today, if it is not bottled, I don't think you will drink those water, and it's worrying. And I'm saying that those who mine in our river bodies, excuse me to use the word, they are not doing the right mining, and they are Ghanaians and they need to feed. But what we intend to do is that we want to protect our environment, we want to protect our water bodies. The minister is talking with having conversations with the large scale. So the last time we launched the cooperative mining in Elembele, that's about 3 weeks ago, thanks to the minister and Engineer Pedro Asare, who is the coordinator for the cooperative mining, that's the COMSDEP, and we've been able to secure a pit for the people in Elembele.
Break down the responsible cooperative mining. Break it down in a very simple term. Okay. If I show up in a community where they engage in this particular policy, how would I know? How would I see it? Okay, so what form and shape is it taking? So the cooperative mining is basically mining that we want the community to own the mine. The mine is for the community. And owning the mine means what? Owning the mines means you can't move from
Elembele, or you move from Savannah to come to Minerals Commission in Accra looking for license. So we are taking the license regime to the district offices, where those who will be responsible for the license of the cooperative mining will be a committee. What the committee will consist of the chief in the area, the committee will consist of the community leader of the youth association in the area, the committee will consist of a Minerals Commission rep on the committee, water resources rep on the committee, EPA rep on the committee, the police commander rep on the committee, and CONSDEP rep on the committee. The committee is responsible to make sure that they are going to protect the environment for us, because once we give you the mandate to license these cooperatives to mine, then it means that you have the responsibility to also monitor them, evaluate them, and make sure they do the right thing, so that the minister can have peace of mind to concentrate on how we can generate more revenue from the gold that we are mining and make sure that the space is clean.
Does this fall under the decentralization approach of the Mining Commission, which you're introducing?
Yes.
Or it's separate?
It falls under the minister's vision to make sure that licenses are issued at the basic level, where we take the licensing to the people, so that the people, so what we have started to do now is to start, getting offices at districts where we have mining activities taking place. So in Elembele, we intend to start a district office. We intend to have another district office in Amefi Central. We intend to have district office in other mining areas that mining is taking place. So it's part of the vision of His Excellency the President to make sure that mining, we mine responsibly, and licensing is taken to our local people. So you don't sit in Minerals Commission office here in Accra, issue licenses where you don't even know Dan Cobra where to pass through to Elembele. You don't even have any idea. And we issue license to a company to go and secure all the land in Elembele, and the people of Elembele cannot mine. But when we have that district office there, mining will start from the district office, and recommendations will be made appropriately to the minister for the minister to have fair idea of what is happening.
In terms of royalties, for this particular decentralized, the cooperative mining system, in terms of royalties, will it still be maintained at what we have in the Act, or you're still going to be adjusting it?
There have been some adjustment in terms of royalties because of the new Mining Act that we are bringing. And we don't want the mining companies to take decision as to what corporate social responsibility they should be doing. Now it is the people that will tell them, we need mining hospital, we need this, we need that, we need that. And it's part of the review processes. So now the community or the district is going to own what they want in terms of their needs, their livelihood. So it's part of the royalties that we've engaged with the community and the chiefs are very, very happy with these initiatives, because they are going to now own the royalties in terms of development, in terms of everything. Now it's a discretion to the mining companies as to whether or not they want to do road, they want to build school, you cannot hold them to any liability. But now you can hold them to any liable, or they can't justify it because the Act is strict censor on it.
Okay. If you look at the Act, it suggests to me, or it looks to me as though it gives quite some indirect power to the minister. So you serve as an advisory body to the minister, right?
Yeah, we serve as an advisory body.
So, for example, issuing of licenses and revoking of it. Mm-hmm. Currently, walk me through how a person can acquire a form of license, because I see that it goes all the way and it still comes back to the minister.
Yeah.
Does this give the commission the full power to operate in terms of licenses? And are you looking at reforming that part of the Act as well?
Our constitution is clear that all minerals beneath the surface of the earth is vested in the president. So it means that the president is holding it in trust for the good people of Ghana. And it's that same power that the President have exercised some of his powers to the minister on our behalf. So the minister is acting as an agent to the president. So basically, because the constitution is clear, it is the minister who must issue those licenses on behalf of the state. Minerals Commission, we give recommendation. We start the licensing process. We help you to register, take you through all the procedure in terms of the requirements you need, the technicalities of why you need this license, why we need to protect our environment, why you need to be within this geofencing. Now we've introduced what we call the tracking system. So even as you are registering, the excavator you want to use, you register it in your name. We geofence the excavator into with your name. And we don't. Previously, excavators are not registered in Ghana. So once they bring in an excavator, you don't even know the owner. Now we know the real owner, the importer, the person who has exported more than $80,000 worth of excavator. We will know the rightful owner because we track the excavator from the port. Before you even bring the excavator out of the port, the minister must make sure that you have all the documentation, you are the rightful owner. So now the process is very complex, very rigorous. We are trying as much as possible to limit the distraction. So these are processes that Minerals Commission, so these are more technical. Have you had a situation where, I mean, you've been in that position the last 8 months, but have you had a situation where you have recommended to the minister, and I hope that you're honest with me with this answer. Yeah. Have you had a situation where you have recommended to the minister that, no, for this person, we're not going to issue a license, and because the power nearly resides in him, he still has to proceed to want to say that, of course, you should issue the license? MFA, as part of the restructuring of our mining sector, we need to restructure it very well so that the distraction we are seeing here will be mitigated and we will have clean water to drink. We can't be issuing licensing to people to go and mine irresponsibly. We've issued licensing previously to so many people, over 2,000 licensing. And most of the people are perpetuating in illegality. So what the minister is trying to do is to do auditing of the licensing, and we've revoked. How many have you revoked so far? The records I have here, MFI, I have, let me see, so far, I'll check. So the previous government issued about 2,000. Yes. Up until the time that they were out of power, and so out of this 2,000, while we find we revoke about 50. Okay, we revoke about 55 small-scale licenses has been revoked. Okay. And over additional 900 licenses face revocation, which the minister has made it clear. He did a press conference on it. So 55 licenses of small scale that has been revoked, and over 900 that are facing revocation. We are going through the processes. So what we are trying to basically do is that once we are able to clean up the system, then we can correct the wrongs that happened previously. Because basically that is what we are in for. We are in to correct the wrongs. Ghanaians voted for us to correct the wrongs. And that is what the minister is mandated to do. I appreciate that. While I appreciate that, I'm just thinking, this means that the Minerals Commission, how are you able to implement your roles without any distractions from the minister? I'm not talking about your current minister, but if you look at the structure, would you rather have the power entirely residing in your hands as the commission? Oh, I mean, where the minister would rather advise, because then it becomes an individual. No, the constitution is clear, so we can't do any ultra virus to the constitution. The constitution is clear. The constitution says Minerals Commission is a regulatory authority. We give recommendation, we recommend to the minister. It is the minister who has the power to exercise that discretion. Imagine your recommendation is not taken. That is up to the minister. It is the minister who has the power to issue license. So that is a discretion. What would you rather have? And I'm asking this question because you are amending the act, right? Yeah. To at least create some effectiveness and efficiency. Yeah. As it is now, is it functionable for you, or you'd rather amend that part slightly? In terms of what? Where the finality, the beginning and the end rest with a commission. I mean, this is constitutional description, so you can't do anything about it. It's clear. I think Article 257 says it's clear on the Constitution that the president is holding the minerals.
That's not in doubt.
So
that's not in doubt. My question is the licensing of it.
I'm saying
in the act.
It is the president. It is the president who is holding it in trust on behalf of the people.
Absolutely.
So when you work as a minister to the president has given you an authority to do that act on his behalf. So Minerals Commission cannot do that act. The Constitution is clear, and it's a design of the framers of the Constitution are wise. They know what is good for the state. So the president is holding it in trust for the good people of Ghana. So I mean, and the president exercises that trust to make sure that he protects us, because the president will swear an oath that he wants to protect the citizens of Ghana and make sure he protects every asset and liability or whatever on behalf of the people. So it is clear. That is why I'm saying the vision of His Excellency President Mahama, within these 8 years, MFA, we need to applaud the president for the bold decision he has taken to make our river bodies a no-go area, to make the forest a no-go area. We need to applaud His Excellency the President for this bold decision. Last week we were in Sunyane to commission the NIMOS, the Anti-Illegal Mining Secretariat, that is coordinated, that has been mandated to coordinate all these illegal activities, consisting of the police, the BNI, the national security, all the security agencies come under one umbrella, and their mandate led by the Director of Operation, Ken Oboa, who is doing a fantastic job, decided to do some training, because now they are going to be permanently stationed on our river bodies and the forest. And MFA, we've reclaimed forests that people cannot even enter. Over nine forests that were red zone area we cannot enter. This government has been able to reclaim within 8 months. You remember this area, this community, Abrewa in crime. I mean, you showed it on your station, and you realize the number of illegalities happening within that forest. 8 years, a government decided not to look at that place, and we were faced with this manners of illegalities. But within 8 months, the minister and the government has made sure that this Abrewa crime community is no more. And you see, one of the problems too is that when I came to the Minerals Commission as part of roaming around this country to know what is happening, when you come to Elembele, most of the illegal mining and activities that is happening are not the local people, are not the indigenes. These are foreigners.
Are they?
Yes, most of them are foreigners.
But how do the foreigners start to mine without the help of the indigenes?
I mean, that is another conversation we need to have. And it is the reason why we want to correct all these wrongs, where in terms of licensing, in terms of the cooperative mining, in terms of why we want to protect our forests, in terms of bringing the community, the local people, in terms of licensing, in terms of monitoring. So these are holistic things we want to do. And like I'm saying, it is the responsibility of the commission to be the backbone of the minister. We are like the spinal cord of the minister. Once we break, the minister will fall down. So we want to make sure that we give him vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. The vitamins that will hold the minister. What are the vitamins? The vitamins are that we want to decentralize mining leases. We want to make sure that we geofence the area. Now, when you come to Minerals Commission, we have a control room, and I'll invite you to come to our control room. We don't sleep. 24 hours, we are monitoring activities of mining in Ghana, especially with excavators, dozers, trucks, exploration trucks, and all those things. Explosive trucks, sorry. So we have young men, women, after school, sitting behind big screens like your studio here, monitoring every excavator. Drones are flying. We are monitoring.
For the ones that have gone through proper licenses.
Proper licenses. So I'm saying that we are trying to make sure we correct the wrongs. And that is what we are doing. So we need to applaud this government. We need to applaud the minister. The energy he has put in to make sure that this fight become a thing of the past. He was I was with him when we traveled on the Cobra. And I mean, it is the reason why he said, no, this bleeding must stop. Okay,
let's take a few of the reforms. And I'm back, before we even get to some of the reforms, in just my thinking, as you have said, the Constitution allows, it provides that our minerals is held in trust by the president. And this same president, if you look at the LI 2462, right? Yeah. It's not that it says you can get up and go and mine. It says that the president can allow some mining in the forest reserve. And you're repealing that LI. and we still recognize that he is the president and he takes decision to our benefits, right? But you're repealing that ally. In just my thinking, if power is very centralized in an individual as compared to being centralized with an institution like a commission, with the same principle as you're repealing this ally, you say that that is a constitutional provision.
Yeah.
But have you, outside of it, if you were not part of this government, outside of it, would you rather the power of license at the beginning and the end rest with a commission? Because at least the steps will be so much than an individual who can decide that, well...
Then I think we need to amend the constitution, if that is what you are calling for.
I'm asking, if an individual has
I'm saying
power...
the power to issue mining lease is vested in the president, and the minister exercises that on behalf of the president. So if you want to take that power...
Does the constitution say that the minister exercises?
No, I'm saying the president is holding it in trust for the good people of Ghana. It's vested in the president. So once a president appoints you, he has given you an authority. Do you understand? He has dedicated his power to you to exercise those powers on his behalf.
Okay.
You are saying that we should take that powers from him.
I'm asking, let me put clarity to the question.
Yeah, maybe I want to understand your question.
If the power, the beginning and the end of licensing or issuing license and rest with the minister as compared to resting with a commission, which one, you have worked with the commission for a while, which one do you think makes it more easy to regulate?
It is not what I think. It is what the Constitution has described.
Let's get into the
so
reforms.
If we want to do, if we want to do,
I thought you were on ground and then you have experimented the two.
So
I mean, because we've had ministers, then yet we have had
for the Constitution in Tufo and Attorney General decision, they describe the Constitution as a living organism that it needs to grow and must bear the spirit of the people. And I'm saying that, yes, if it's a living organism and today we sit back and we say, no, if we want to do some amendments, yes, that's a conversation we can begin to have. So, I mean...
Let's get into some of the your proposals, right? So you said that one of the things is to actually reduce the tenure of prospecting licenses as opposed to it being held in perpetuity.
What?
So that the prospecting license is currently, when it is issued, the person holds it, keeps it forever?
No.
Okay.
No, now the new reforms, the prospecting license for large-scale miners, basically we are looking at 7 to 8 years because and when you go to other countries, it is 10, some are 15 years. But the new reforms, we don't want you to have a prospecting license where people take prospecting license and basically do nothing. And meanwhile, people are also looking for places to mine. So when you take prospecting license for the next 5 to 8 years, if you don't do anything on the prospecting, we will revoke your prospecting license. After prospecting, you come for what we call the mining lease. Right. So the mining lease now gives you the power to now go into proper setting up a mine site. Then you start your mining. So the new review of the Mining Act, we used to give mining lease for large scale for 30 years. Now we reduce it to 15 years.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, the Ghana Chamber of Mines are not happy with that, but the goal is for us. We can't sit down for... Now, I mean, what will also interest you to know is that when you go to most of this large scale mining, because of the local content, the managing director is a Ghanaian. The engineers are Ghanaians. Everyone you go there, excavator operator, all the operators, I mean, all the top position are Ghanaians. So if Ghanaians can manage a mine site, what is so difficult for Ghana to own a mine site? That is why, in the vision of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, decided that the Damai Goldfields will not renew the mining lease of Goldfields again. Ghana will take it, and for the first time, we should applaud the president for owning a mine that is worth over $7 billion for the state, and it's going to be for the state. And that is a positive direction within eight months of a government. So it tells you that the president has vision, the reset agenda, he wants to reset this country. We need to support him. And like he said, like the minister also said, the fight against illegal mining is not an event. MFA is a process, and these are the steps, these are the process, the Blue Water Guard initiative, the NIMOS, the cooperative mining, the tracking of the excavators, and all these initiatives we are bringing on board. These are the processes to make sure that we mitigate the devastation and destruction of our environment.
I like how you have landed. You have just introduced us to a very important part of the conversation, land reclamation.
Yeah.
How is it going so far? How much of the land have we reclaimed so far?
So basically what we are doing is that as part of the new act that we are bringing, reclamation becomes a cardinal sin. If you decide to mine and you don't reclaim the land, you don't only go scot-free, we'll prosecute you.
Okay.
In this, now, if they don't do reclamation, it is government that must look for money and come and reclaim the money. So imagine MFA comes and we give him concession to go and mine. After taking all your money away, you leave the place destroyed, calling on government to come and cover the site or plant trees for you. Now we say no. If you come as part of the licensing regime, you have to make sure that there are processes where you need to reclaim the land, and if you don't reclaim the land, because we know you, we have geofence you, we know who you are, we will come after you and prosecute you.
This will find expression in the new act.
Yes,
but currently
it's like discretion. After
have you reclaimed any land as a government?
Currently, no. We are on the. That's why we the concept. We have structured the concept so that they will be doing some reclamation and the responsible cooperative mining skills development. So that is basically they are going to look at reclamation as a whole, and because of the destruction of the environment, we are trying to look for budget. So probably from next year, we will be doing a lot of reclamation. We'll be doing a lot of. Last we launched the planting for trees. I think some 3-4 months ago from the forestry. And it's all part of the reclamation. It's part of the reclamation process.
So far in 9 months, you cannot boast of a reclaimed area at all.
Before you have, how many years did you take to build your house? Where do you live? East Legon, Adento, Ajigano?
I asked the questions.
No, I'm asking you.
I asked the questions, but
you saw your mother and father building their house. How many years did they take to build that house?
Well, that's my parents. They're not government.
So it's brick and mortar. So reclamation is not an event where you go and bread and butter, you just paste in it. It's a process. So we've started some reclamation because I cannot give you a figure because we've not completed it, and it's with the.
But in the areas that you have started the process, I just want to.
That's what I'm saying. That with the trees for life, we have started planting the trees. The vision is that once we plant the trees, we start the reclamation. We begin to bring back the trees to life. So it's a process. That's what I'm saying. So we don't need to rush ourselves in the process. We need to protect. And Ghanaians gave us 4 years mandates. So.
But that's the thing, though. I've always said that 4 years mandate, but we drink water today.
So that's what
you see, because it's quite existential. That's why we're quite passionate.
That's why the president. That's why the president in his vision has directed the minister that we make our river bodies a red zone or military zone area, no-go area. One.
Has that started?
Next week we'll start the deployment. I said last week we went to commission the military team, the NIMOS team for this job, and from next week you will see the deployment, and they are going to be permanently stationed along our river bodies, permanently stationed within our forests. Whilst they are there, those people who believe that they are going mad by going into the river bodies to go and put their chamfan there and destroy the water because they want their gold. Now we are telling them that place is like a Burma camp. If you don't want any trouble, please stay away from entering there. Have you been to Burma camp before? When you are entering the Burma camp, you see the military guys there.
Yes, they do.
And you see the only thing they do is that they don't talk. They do that. They look at their action.
Pass, or stop. That's
so if you decide not to stop and move, you know what they will do to you.
So I see that some days, pretty soon, there's going to be a stakeholder engagement with the CSOs, and it will be about mining. I see the president issued that directive that you're going to have some engagement, a frank conversation to find some solution to the illegal mining menace. The CSOs have asked for so many things. At least you have indicated that the LI, you're in preparation to revoke it. Other things, state of emergency and all of that. This frank conversation, what does it seek to cure? What does it seek to achieve?
Like I said, this is a president who wants to reset the country, and he believes that everyone must come on board. He believes in inclusiveness. He believes that, and he has done this. He has engaged CSOs, he has engaged the media. Since the minister came, he has engaged, everyone in Ghana concerning how we are going to fight this illegality and how to make sure that we get clean environment. So, like I said, as part of the process to make sure that we attain the Blue Water Initiative we are all looking for, this engagement is very, very important. But Mbefa, I can't live here without giving you a data on the achievements of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi-Boa. You know the NTU level, that the turbidity level of our water. Most of this water, the turbidity levels are coming down. I can give you an example. You know, the Ghana Water Resource Commission gives data from February. They give two data, February and July. February is the dry season. July is the wet season. River Densu in Manguase, the turbidity level for July 2024 was 256. Today, as we are speaking, because of the initiative of the Blue Water, the initiatives of the cooperative mining and all those things, the aggressiveness of how we are trying to protect our water.
It's now to what?
It has reduced this July 2025 from 256 to 44 NTU levels.
44. So why is the Kwenyaku one still? Are you not using the same method? Or you have the data? It will be nice to hear.
River Densu at Insawum, July 2024 was 59. Today, it is 19.1.
We're happy about
River
that.
Ankobra in Dominasi, July 2024, the NTU level was 3,720. Today, July 2025, the level has reduced to 2,920. River Tano in Elubo, July 2024, the NTU level was 1,100. Today, it is 830.
So
River Tano in Seshi, July 2024, it was 12.3 NTU level. Today, it has reduced to 9.5.
So they use how many quarterly reports?
I am saying they give us reports in February and July.
Okay. So for the Kwenyaku one, we'll get the results in December.
Probably after they give us, they measure the MTU level.
The MTU level is very bad now.
I agree. That is why I'm saying that it's a process. So we need to applaud His Excellency the President and the Sector Minister for this aggressiveness in fighting this illegality. And we are going to stop bleeding. Trust me.
I see a sense of demand for applause. When the applause are in...
No, but you see, we need to tell our own story.
Well...
The propaganda...
Yeah, I'd give you some 30 seconds to wrap up.
No, I'm saying the propaganda and this thing about mining, as if mining is some evil act. I'm telling you, mining is the DNA of this country. And if we stop mining today, Emefa, your wig, you cannot buy it. Emefa, your dress, you cannot buy it. Emefa, your iPhone, you cannot buy it. Why? Because today, you see the dollar smiling at you.
What about state of emergency?
I'm saying today, you see the dollar smiling at you because of mining, because of gold board.
State of emergency?
So I am saying that when we get to that level of state of emergency, it's like you have gone to the hospital and you are complaining of sasabro. And when you go, they say they will use knife to finish your sasabro. Meanwhile, chloroquine can resolve your sasabro. And do you prefer knife or you prefer chloroquine?
Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. There's more on the show. Thank you so much.
You are so happy, eh?
The Deputy CEO, Minerals Commission, press to be called Elembele KK. And I definitely know that you use knives for sasabro. Thank you.